Hello, my name is Franya Aguilar and this is my video for science. The standard that I have chosen is plan and conduct an investigation to provide evidence of the effects of balanced and unbalanced forces on the motion of an object. That is 3-PS2-1. To engage students, I will first ask them if they knew that they can apply any force to any object that they can think of. This will have students thinking and become engaged into the lesson by trying to find examples of where they can apply a force. And my example would be with a water bottle. I can just push the water bottle, and that is me applying force to the water bottle to have it knocked down. The activity that I have chosen is with many materials, for example, a plastic pie tin, a plastic cup with water, eggs, a toilet paper tube, and paper towels to clean up. The way that I will show balanced and unbalanced forces is by setting up all these materials in a specific way. First, I will have the cup of water at the bottom, and then I will have the pie tin on the top, then the paper towel tube in the middle with the egg on top. Since the egg is on top, that means the egg has a balanced force. There's no movement. Then after that, I will have to push the tin with my hand, having complete force on the tin and allowing the egg to drop into the cup of water by the force of gravity. Since now the egg has the force of gravity, it is no longer a balanced force. For explanation further on with the lesson, I will have students complete these task cards. I have them right here. The first one says, research balanced and unbalanced forces on your Chromebooks and take notes. That will be before the activity. Then they will get in groups of 3 and discuss what they have learned about the specific forces, and each group will present. The whole class will be having to write down something that stood out to them from other groups that they shared, and also any questions that they had for any other groups. Another one would be to write down anything important, exciting, and/or any questions during the lesson as part of their notes. That'll be during the activity that I will perform as a teacher. Then they will complete a balanced or unbalanced worksheet, which I will show in a moment. Then they have a question, which is, what are balanced and unbalanced forces in your own words? And they will have to provide examples. Another task card would be, think of an activity that requires balanced and unbalanced forces with a partner, and they will have to present. Then they will also complete a forces and motion crossword worksheet. Then finally, they will work with a partner to complete the activity that I first did in the beginning of the lesson. And finally, the students will have a quiz on balanced and unbalanced forces. So students will have this worksheet, which is balanced or unbalanced. So they will only have to choose between balanced or unbalanced, depending on the question that they have. For example, the push of a domino is a or an blank force that causes it to fall into the next domino. As a domino falls, it transfers the force to the next domino. So the answer right there would be, the push of a domino is an unbalanced force. There's that one. And then they have this force and motion crossword, where it is important for them to know the definitions of each of these vocabulary words. Speaking of vocabulary words, they do have vocabulary words that they can rely on during the lesson to further explain their presentations that they may present in class regarding the task cards. The way that I will evaluate them is based on a couple of these task cards. For example, the one where they have to come up with an activity that requires a balanced or unbalanced or both force and having them present. This will allow students to speak and to explain themselves using the vocabulary words that will be given to them, and they will also be evaluated based on the quiz on balanced and unbalanced forces. It will be a short quiz that will include vocabulary words to make sure that they understand the definitions to them, and also having them explain the activity that I performed and that they as well performed in class, to explain what happened to the egg, what happened to the tin, where was the force applied, and etc. And that is my video for science. Thank you.